Okay, so yesterday we worked on decomposing fractions using this, right? So for example, if we have if we have 2/4, well, there's different ways we can decompose that. We can decompose it like this. And then we could color code that. We got 1/4 there. And then we've got, be kind of hard to label here. 2/4 there, 1/4 is 2/4. That shows that decomposition. We can also show it our drawing like this. Brought some nice markers home from school. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, and we can show a decomposition like this: 2/4 and 1/4. And of course, the first thing we always want to do is all unit fractions, right? 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. So we've done those two ways. Then there's also this tool. This, I really wish we were in school so that you could all be using these. Because these are really fraction wedges. It's like you got a pie. So let's find the fourths here. There's a fourth. There's a fourth. There's a fourth. Don't tell me this bag is missing a fourth. You gotta be kidding me. Well, I brought home more than one bag, so let's see if I can snag a fourth out of the other bag. Hang on, people. That's over there. So, as you can see, 4/4 makes one whole circle, right? But we are talking about 3/4, so that looks like that, right? And then we can show how 3/4 can be decomposed different ways. We got the unit fractions.
That kind of looks like Pac-Man.
And don't interrupt, please. Got 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4, like that. So we could say 3/4 equals 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. And then of course we could have these two together and this one by itself. And that's 3/4 equal 2/4 plus 1/4. So today it's more of the same work, but it's just a different way of looking at it with these fraction wedges, I guess we call them. Fraction pie pieces. That's kind of cool. So let's look at a few fractions this way. I shouldn't have written like that because now that circle could be used. All right, so let's see. What fraction do you see? Santino, is that you making all them weird noises? What fraction do you see here? You'll write it on the back of your fraction page. I'll write it on the board here. What fraction do you see there, Christian?
3/5.
1, 2, 3/5. I agree. 3/5. All right. So let's think of ways that we can decompose this fraction. Let's see if I can find a way to make my screen bigger. Might be kind of hard. Hold on, folks. I want to try and see if I can get more space on my screen here. What's something I can put on here? Trying to elevate my projector. I guess. So, got 3/5. So let's think of the ways. Look at the wedges. What should we start first? What's our first decomposition? Where should we always start? What should be our first one? Let's ask Hallie. Hallie, you're killing me. Alan, what should be our first way to decompose 3/5?
1/5.
How many of those?
3.
1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5. Adeline, what do we call these? What kind of fractions are these? Taught it for a couple days now. We
I
call them
always forget the name.
unit fraction. I need to post some sort of like little bulletin board in Seesaw with all this vocabulary. Unit fractions. We start unit fractions. 1, 2, 3. 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5. Now, how else could I do it? Alexi, what's another way we could decompose 3/5? Unmute.
2/5 plus 1/5.
So 2/5 here and 1/5 here. 2/5 plus 1/5. All right, good. Any other ways?
No.
Christian, you're raising your hand, but be sure.
This one's kind of odd, but I was gonna say 1/2 plus 1/2.
Nope.
Oh, like
No, there is a way.
because 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 3.
There's no more ways.
Not here. So I like the way your brain's operating, but it won't work here.
But if it's just 3, there are so many ways to solve 3.
Okay, let's do another one. I think you're getting the idea, right? So let me put up some, how about some tenths? Let's put up some tenths. 10, 1 10, 2 10, 3 tenths. Man, I wish we were at schools because every one of you at your desk would have a set of these. And you could all be working with them. All right, count them up. What fraction do we have here? Sebastian, what fraction do we have in the circle here?
1/10.
Well, this is 1/10, right? But how many tenths do we have? You need me to point so you can count them?
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're right. So we've got 6 tenths. So think of all the ways we can show it. We can show 6 tenths with the wedges. We can show 6 tenths on the chart. Like this, right? And we could also make a picture. We could make a rectangle and put it into 6 sections, 10 parts, and color in 6 of them. But let's start. Where should we always start? What's our first decomposition? What will we do first? Let me see, who else is around? Donald, what should we do first? Donald, what should we do first? What if I did this?
3/10 plus 3/10.
That's true, That works. 3/10 plus 3/10. But what do we always want to do first? Always first.
I'm raising my hand.
Yeah, you're always raising your hand. And then I go back to just teaching 1 or 2, 3 things. It's always you. But go ahead, Lexi. What should we always do?
The 1/10 plus
What do we call those
1/10.
fractions? What do we call them?
Oh, I forgot. I know it, but like I forgot.
Okay, everybody on the back of this page, everybody write this. Everybody write that. Unit.
You know I have unit.
Write it. Unit fractions. Don't talk. Write it. You guys keep forgetting it. So what we should do first is unit fractions. I know you didn't write it, Christian. I don't think you ever do anything I tell you to write down. So, Lexi, unit fraction, what's it going to be?
1/10 6 times.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. All right. Now we know there's other ways. Christian, give me another way. Just one other way.
Can I please do 2?
Couldn't hear you.
Please. Okay, 1. 4/10 plus 2/10.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Here. So 4/10 plus 2/10. Good.
Or you can just use your 5 fingers for
Another way. So 4/10 plus 2/10 on here would look like this. Look like that. 4/10 here and 2/10 here. Adeline, give us another one.
Um, 5/10 plus 1/10.
5/10, 1/10. I agree. 5/10 plus 1/10. And then on here, that would look like this. 5/10 here and 1/10 there. So agreed. All right. I bet there's more. So we've done
There is.
3/10 plus 3/10, the unit fractions, 4/10 plus 2/10. Allie, you got one?
No, I'm still thinking.
Oh, come on, man. You know what? What's really all you have to think about here is what plus what equals 6. That's all you got to think about. Don't you see that, kids? All you got to think about what plus what equals 6. Now we've got all the basics, 3 plus 3, 4 plus 2, and 5 plus 1. So now you might have to get a little more cute with them. Lexi, what's another one we could do?
4/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6.
4/6 plus 1, tenths, you mean tenths. 4/10
Yeah.
2/10 plus 1/10. Yep, that works. Let's see what that would look like on here. That would be like this, right? 4/10 plus 1/10 plus 1/10. We could also do 3/10 plus 3 unit fractions, right? 1/10 plus 1/10 plus 1/10. There's many ways. Many ways. Okay. Let's get those out of there. How about, let's see. This one we don't use a lot. I guess we use them all. How many eighths should I use? How many eighths should I put up? Let's put up. What fraction do I have here? Hallie, what fraction is that?
6/8.
Correct. 6/8. Write that one down, people. 6/8. Do I need the notebook and the circle thingy anymore? I don't think I do. Just do it like this. Put it on the board. I got these things all over my table now. Some people are very, very neat. Some people are not. I am not. So this is 6/8. And let's think, where do we go first? What's our first decomposition? What should we do first? I'm going to ask Christian, what should we do first? You wrote it down like I told you, you'd be saying it right now.
I forgot what it was called.
Yeah. Did you write it down like I told you to? No. As usual. Not doing what I told you to do. Adeline, what should we do first?
6, 8.
I'm like getting tired of this. You guys just not listening to me.
I have that, but I just couldn't remember what it was called.
Lexi, what should we do first?
Unit fractions.
Fractions for like the 5th time now, and you guys still can't get it in your head. Unit fractions.
I just said it.
I know, I'm not talking to you, am I?
Oh.
Unit fractions, like this. Unit fractions. 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's one way. Give me another way. Let's ask Hallie. Give us another way to decompose 6/8.
5/8 plus 1/8.
Yep, just like that. 5/8 plus 1/8 equals 6/8. So that would look like this. Get rid of all these lines. 5/8 there and 1/8 there. Anthony, bro, sorry, I haven't been calling on you. What's another way we could decompose this fraction? Let me ask you something, Anthony. How many eighths do I have right here, Anthony? Right there.
2.
2. So, and then how many are over here?
4.
4. So could we say that 6/8 equals 4/8 plus 2/8? Like that. So Anthony found us another one. Santino, give us another one.
5. No,
About this.
3 and 3.
Yeah, 3/8 plus 3/8. So 6/8 equals 3/8 plus 3/8. You guys got the idea? So this is just one more way of doing this. You know, sometimes it helps people to look at fractions in different ways or look at anything in different ways. That's why we have like 3 different strategies for multiplication. You know, so we have several different ways of looking at fractions here. And when we come back from lunch, you're going to do some practice problems and you're going to be decomposing fractions again. Now, this is the 6th time I'm asking. Let's see if I can get someone to say it. What's the first way you should always decompose fractions? The first thing you should always do when decomposing fractions, I'm going to ask Donald, what's the first way you should always do it? But he might not even answer at all. Daniel, welcome to the party. What's the first way we should always do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's yeah? Are you rapping? Yeah. Fractions, Mr. Jensen.
No.
What's the first way?
No, I said, I tried to like
No.
on the screen and then turn it on, but
No. Listen, what's the first way we should always decompose fractions? First way. What should we always? Adeline,
I was gonna say unit fractions.
totally gonna say that. I was totally gonna say that, Mr. Jensen. I agree. Let's see if you guys completely forget it during lunch. We'll see. All right, come back at 12 o'clock, ready to work.